Hello, and welcome to today's TED Talk. Trust, not compensation. Why employees commit to leaders, not paychecks. A few years ago, I met with one of our highest performing employees. She consistently exceeded expectations, mentored others, and was exactly the kind of employee every leader hopes to keep. We had recently approved salary increases, so I assumed retention wouldn't be an issue. Then she said something I've never forgotten. This isn't about the money anymore. She explained that she no longer felt heard, decisions seemed inconsistent, communication lacked transparency, and she no longer felt safe raising concerns. A short time later, she accepted another job that paid almost the same salary. Walking back to my office, I realized I wasn't asking the right question. So, what is the central question? Well, most organizations ask, how much should we pay employees to keep them? Well, we believe the better question is, what if employees leave because they no longer trust the organization? That question became the foundation of our research and this organizational behavior assessment. So, what's our core idea here? Our argument is simple. Compensation attracts employees, yes, but trust keeps them. Money gets people through the door. Trust determines whether they stay, contribute, and grow with the organization. Robbins and Judge show that commitment develops when people identify with the organization's mission and believe leaders act with integrity and fairness. Motivation theories reach a similar conclusion. Herzberg reminds us that pay prevents dissatisfaction, but rarely creates lasting motivation. Equity theory shows employees constantly evaluate fairness. Self-determination theory tells us people thrive when they experience autonomy, competence, and belonging. Across these theories, one message is very clear. Once employees believe they are paid fairly, trust, fairness, meaningful relationships become the strongest drivers of commitment. So, what does that say for leadership and culture? Well, leadership shapes trust through transparency, ethical behavior, and constant and consistent decision making. Organizational justice answers questions employees quietly ask every day. Was a decision fair? Was I treated with respect? Was the process transparent? When leaders consistently answer these questions well, they create psychological safety. Employees speak up, share ideas, admit mistakes, and innovate because they know they will be respected rather than punished. Our presentation also includes an intersectional perspective. Employees do not experience organizations the same way. Race, gender, disability, age, and other identities influence whether people experience trust, belonging, and opportunity in the same fashion. Building trust, therefore, requires equity, not simply treating everyone identically. Adam Grant argues that successful organizations are built on generosity, collaboration, and trust, rather than purely transactional relationships. Additional research by Blau, Dirks, Farron, Edmondson, and Meyer and Allen reinforces the same conclusion. People become committed because they feel valued, supported, and connected, not simply because they receive a paycheck. So, what are our takeaways? So, what should you do as leaders? First, ensure compensation is equitable. Second, measure and build trust as intentionally as you measure turnover. Third, develop leaders who create psychological safety through transparency, fairness, and inclusion. Overall, we often think back to our employees. At the time, we all believe retention was primarily a compensation issue. Organizational behavior taught us something different. Fair compensation opens the door. Trust invites employees to stay. Psychological safety allows them to contribute. Inclusive culture gives them a reason to belong. We truly want committed employees. We should stop asking only, how much should we pay? Instead, we should ask, have we built an organization worthy of their trust? Because people may accept a paycheck from an organization, but they give their commitment to leaders they trust.